Hey y'all, and I am back after a hiatus. I had the Thanksgiving holiday and caught that wicked flu that's going around. So my voice may sound like it has a little bit of marbles in it, but I'm back and roaring ahead on the next episode. I did want to cover. I'll do a little housekeeping as far as where this can be heard. This podcast being a branch or an experiment of the Institute for Modern Holistic Alchemy, I had seeded it on the SAF Training YouTube account, as I assume it would be one and the same. But as I did 3 out of 5 episodes that were non-SAF related, I made the judgment call that the podcast home had to go to its own spot. Anything related to SAF will be found at the youtube.com/@SAF training account. So anything to do with SAF, whether that be interviews or programs, any of the archives, all of that will be at SAF training on the YouTube channel for SAF training. The show will also be at the new home at Holistic Monitor. So youtube.com/at Holistic Monitor. And then you'll have the SAF material and the podcast material that's not related to SAF, like astrology, Mayan astrology, the brainwave episode. These will be found at these will be found only at the YouTube for the Holistic Monitor, whereas the SAF material that's covered will be found at both locations. What I did was I took over an old account on gemstone business and hiking that I had. So you'll find some ASMR videos of just me hiking in California, in Colorado, in Colombia, some random ones tagged under Gem Hiker. I took that account over. That has become the at Holistic Monitor account. So there may be a little bit of a mix of some personal or some, fun videos on the side, as well as some gemstone trade. Gemstone trade I've been in since the late 90s. And it's something that I still do. It's a labor of love. I wish it was my only job, but it doesn't pay that well. So I branch out into many different jobs. But the gemstone business is something I've been in a very long time, and we'll be doing some episodes in the future relating to crystals, crystal healing. There's a lot to do with the gemstone world and healing, and being a practitioner and finding yourself grounding, or finding yourself inspiration or insight. Stones have been used quite possibly since the beginning of time, at least for our consciousness, as a means of communicating and interrelating with each other. You could say that gemstone trade is one of the oldest, jewelry trade being an extension of that. This person has a rock, you would like that. You have a nice rock, you trade rocks. Something very simple like that could be imagined way back when, because it happens today. It's one of the oldest trades in the world, and there's always more being discovered in the gemstone world too. So it's not like what's out is out. There are always more discoveries being made, new mines being discovered, new locations for different gemstones, and so it's definitely going to be something that I cover probably quite a bit on this podcast, in the future. But just want to do a little housekeeping. So the new home for YouTube is at holisticmonitor.com, at Holistic Monitor, excuse me. And if you're listening to us on Anchor or Spotify or Apple, then none of that really means anything. But the YouTube is where you can see the videos that I've associated with the show. Not to say that it's what I say, or not always is it going to be me on the video, but a video will be associated with all the with all the YouTube shows. So I did not have a video for the first episode, Astrology and Life Cycles, but I made a video to go along with the audio for that, for the YouTube. And, so that's something that I like to do, is to have some kind of visual candy for you to watch while listening. All right, so that's the housekeeping.